Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is Amy from With Love by Amy, and today we are making a project, not a card, for the group Card Hoppin over on Facebook, and it is a group of YouTubers that get together every month, and there's always a theme and kind of like a prompt that you're supposed to go by to make your project. And for July, the prompt was not a card, and the theme was to either use crackle or bubble wrap. And I don't have crackle, so I used bubble wrap. And here we go. This is I'm using my gel press, which has not gotten much use. I'm sad to say that I've had it for like 2 years-ish, and I have not used it that much. But we're going to use Distress Oxide inks and put them on there. I believe that's Candied Apple and Picked Raspberry and, let's see, can I remember off the top of my head what that one is? No, but can I check what that one is? Yes. It is Spice Marmalade at the bottom. So I put those on there, and then I got my brayer out. And you got to make sure that you brayer in the same direction. Like, you don't want to flip it over or else it'll muddle up the colors too much. So just go the same direction. And there I was about to do it the other way, but oopsie, no, you don't want to do that. And then I spritzed it with water. I don't know if that was necessary. And then this is literally a scrap of bubble wrap that came in some packaging from probably some craft supplies. Who are we kidding? Of course it came in something from craft supplies. And after I pulled it off of there, I put my strip of paper down there. Oh, by the way, this strip of paper is 2 inches by 8.5 inches. And then you put a scrap of paper over the top of it. And I just rubbed it down. I could have just used my hands, but I used my stamping tool thing. And if I was thinking adequately, I probably would have put a regular piece of cardstock over it, because then I could have had a really cool piece of paper instead of a scrap piece of printer paper. And I just used what was left on my brayer to put it on the end. I should have done that first with the bubble wrap, because it doesn't really, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't really look that cohesive. But the project that we are making is a wine bottle hanger. I guess I should have explained that earlier. But yes, it's a wine bottle hanger. I've made them previously, as you saw in the very beginning, for Christmas. Because I usually do give them as gifts at Christmas time with a bottle of wine for like hostess gifts when I'm going to an acquaintance's gathering or something for Christmas. And the stamp that I'm using there just says "for you." Honestly, you could use anything in your stamp in your collection. You could even handwrite something with a marker if you wanted to. I just had this and I haven't used it for a really long time, so that is why I decided to use it. Because I am still on my quest to use all of the stamp sets that I've not used in over a year. So that's why I chose to use this, and it looks pretty cool. And I had the coordinating punch, which is, I don't have a ton of punches, but I had this one, so cool. And I thought I was going to use those decorative edge scissors and kind of make it a scalloped edge on the bottom. But yeah, it wasn't turning out right the way I did it. Oopsie, look at that, it's a mess. So I'm going to go the other direction. This is not the direction I wanted it to be. And then once it was done, I just didn't think it had enough definition to it. So instead of keeping it like it is, I'm looking at it to see if I have enough length to keep it as long as I want and maybe do a different edge on the bottom. All right, so I'm going to score there at 2 inches, and then we're going to put a circle hole in the top there so that the circle can go over the wine bottle neck. And the next thing we're going to do is punch a hole in there. I could also use a circle die. I just didn't feel like grabbing them, so I used the punch. The punch is really close to the edge, which is the only unfortunate thing. I could have put it a little further back from the edge if I'd used something else. This is another stamp set that I had not used in quite some time, so awesome that I was using it, but it is one of my favorites. I love that. It's called Baroque Motifs from Stampin' Up. It's really old, but I love that swirl thing. I'm sure that probably everybody has some kind of swirl or something like that in their stamp collection. But if you didn't, you could honestly just use a marker too, because, you can do some pretty cool things with markers. But since I had it and it was in my box of haven't used in a year, I definitely used it. Since I haven't used it in so long, it did take a couple of inking up to get it to... Maybe it's because I was trying to go over the Distress Oxide ink too. I'm not really sure, because it seemed like the Distress Oxide gave it like texture on the paper. But I was pleased with the results after just a couple of inkings with the VersaFine Onyx Black ink that I was using, which that is my favorite detail ink. And there, I love it. So we are going to clean off our stamp right away because I don't like putting my stamps away dirty. And then we're going to figure out where we're going to put that. And we're also going to fix the bottom because I wasn't happy with it. And this thing is really cool. It's like interchangeable border punches. I don't use it very often, but I've been using it more lately. So, but obviously there was some sort of a learning curve with it, or I just forgot how to do it because I tried to start at one side there and then I couldn't get it lined up properly on the other side. Yeah, here we go. Look at this mess. Look at this mess. It is terrible. So I had to cut that off and start over. Yeah, note to self, start in the center if you're going to use this thing. Like, just start in the center. See, then it makes it much easier to line up because there's still space on each edge. And if I really wanted to, I could save all those little hearts it punched out, because how many times did I just have to punch that thing? Like 6? Yeah. So, note to self, just do it right the first time. Just do it. And then we're going to use, I had a little piece of double thickness, double-sided foam tape, and we're just cutting it down to fit behind the greeting that I put on there, the sentiment. And yeah, I didn't measure properly, so there we are, futzing with it, because I had to make it fit properly so you wouldn't see the foam adhesive behind the sentiment. And there, I like it. And there's the finished product. Let me know what you think. What other greetings or whatever would you put on a wine bottle holder? Or what else could you think of to do that's creative like that? Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you think of the project down in the comments below. And don't forget to come back real soon, see what else we're up to. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.